Guys, if this is something that looks familiar to you, then to be honest, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. But you know what? It's actually a lot easier to get these customers converting than what you might think. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the reasons why you are losing out on sales and also some things that we can do to turn these lost sales into cold, hard revenue. So welcome to the channel, guys. My name's Alfie, and I've made some pretty decent revenue on Etsy over the last 3 years. And so let's start straight away with some reasons why people are putting items into their baskets, but they're not converting. And the first reason is going to be because of your shipping times. So according to Etsy, 70% of shoppers on the platform are buying gifts for either personal or seasonal events, which of course means that people want to get their products in time for this said event. So now when filling out your delivery profiles on Etsy, I always think it's best to choose the custom delivery time dates rather than actually going straight for the postal services delivery timescales. Because, you know, in reality, the postal service delivery timescales can vary massively, and they always tend to show a really worst case scenario for the delivery dates. When, you know, more often than not, deliveries are actually made a lot sooner than what this end date suggests. But of course, it's this end date, which is always the one that's shown to the customers, and it's the one that the customers take the most notice of. So look, Etsy judges us based on processing times rather than delivery times. So this is why I always think you're better to do it as a custom range on Etsy delivery shipping windows so that you can give yourself a longer processing time, but then actually a much shorter delivery window. So this is not only going to keep Etsy happy processing time wise, but it's also going to keep the customers more happy shipping time wise. And I promise you guys, if customers get their delivery, say 1 or 2 days after whatever the longest promised delivery time is, from my experience, 90% of customers are perfectly happy with this. But on the other hand, the much shorter delivery time window is going to give you such higher conversion rates at checkout, and it's just going to lead to a huge improvement in your abandoned basket rate. But yeah, sticking with shipping, another huge reason you're losing out on sales is actually because of your shipping costs. So look, we've probably all done it before, right? Like we go shopping on a website, we add a product to our basket, we go through the checkout, and then all of a sudden we see like a $6 plus delivery charge, and then we're just like, whoa, F that. And I guarantee that that's not just me. There's other customers out there that think the exact same. And if we're honest with ourselves, you might think the same as well. So my personal strategy is to always just absorb the shipping cost and just add that into the actual listing cost of the product. And now I know what you're probably thinking, but Alfie, this is going to make our products really expensive and we're going to lose out on customers. Well, this is actually not the case. And I really wouldn't be concerned about listing your products at a higher price as long as they're good quality. Because, you know, a higher price for a product can often actually just make the customer think that the product is a lot better and actually make your conversion rates higher. And you know, look, I just want to show you here as well. Like I recently started a print-on-demand clothing store, and that's now made me over $1,300 in revenue in the first 45 days. I sell sweatshirts on that store for $39.99, which I know is in a pretty high price bracket for that product. And since I've been open, I've already increased the price of the product 3 times. And guess what? You know what happened? Did I lose out on sales? No, I made more sales. So yeah, I'd say if you're not doing it already, try the free shipping approach and just let me know how you get on in a few weeks' time. But yeah, moving on to the next tip now, and this is not linking your products up correctly. So look, whatever you're selling on Etsy, if you're selling variants of that product, obviously the customer's going to go onto the listing, they're going to select the variant that they want, add it to basket and go to checkout. However, if you haven't linked up your images to the given variant, then the customer's going to select the variant. Say, for example, they want to get a blue jumper, they're going to go to checkout. And then if these images aren't linked at checkout, Etsy is going to show them just the main cover photo of your listing. And for example, if this is something like a different colored jumper and they think they've ordered a blue one, then this is just going to just ring an alarm bell in their head and leave a question that they might not be sure of what they're actually going to get. And look, guys, I know the color is stated in the text of the order on the checkout page, but I promise you, not everybody is going to take this into account. And so I just want to use my mum as a good example here. And mum, look, I know you're watching, but I know that you'll agree, and I know that you're going to laugh at this as well. So I've literally been sat like right next to my mum before when she's been doing online shopping. She selected a color variant of a product, added it to basket, and then when she's got to checkout, say if the images aren't linked and it shows up with a different colored product to what she thought she was ordering, like she'll literally be shouting me, Alfie, come help me. Like, what am I getting here? Have I done it wrong? Like, why is it not showing me what I thought I was ordering? And then, you know, I'm just going to go over and help her actually work out to make sure that she's actually buying what she thought she was buying. And yeah, you know it's true, mum, but guys, in general, just don't give the customer any reason at all to question what they're buying from your shop. And you know, if you're still struggling to be making the sales volumes on Etsy that you think you should be making, there, I just want to say, don't worry, because you're not alone on this. And I know this because I've had plenty of you guys come to me starting out with relatively low sales volumes. And take Adrian, for example, starting out at just £139 a month in revenue. And after a few months working together, we actually managed to get her making consistently over £1,200 a month, selling mostly profit digital products. So, you know, the improvements have been absolutely amazing, and she's well on her way now to making 1,000 sales with her store. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a massive shout out, Adrian. I know you're watching and you're an absolute star. And so if any of you guys also wanted to see how we can work together, then there's always a link in the video description. Feel free to book in a free call and we'll see the best way to get you making some money online. But anyway, the next reason you're leaving money on the table is because you don't have the right offers set up. So look, do you love offers? I love offers, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that also just love offers. We love the feeling of a good deal, and one of the best ways to capitalize on people just leaving money in their baskets is to actually just give them an offer and give them a reason to come back. It is honestly so important to have an abandoned basket offer set up. It's one of the highest converting offers that you can possibly do in the world of e-commerce, not just Etsy. And if you don't currently have one set up, I want you to literally do this immediately. So you just want to go to marketing, sales and discounts, and set up an abandoned cart offer. And, you know, don't make it some rubbish little offer of, say, $1 off or 5% off, because this will just not be enough to bring people back. What you want to do is make it the highest offer you possibly can, of course, without making yourself lose any money. And, you know, just while we're here in the offer section, let's also make sure that we've got a buy two, get X offer set up. So we want to do this to raise the AOV, so the average order value of customers on our store, to the highest level possible. So we don't just want people coming to our store and buying one product. We want to do everything that we can to get them to buy 2, 3, even 4 products at a time. And again, when you do this, don't bother with any stupid little discounts. Like, customers don't take notice of a $1 off, for example. You want to go, I'd say a minimum 15% off, ideally 20% and above, as long as your profit margins can actually afford it. And I want to say, guys, Etsy is a process. Every time that you make these small changes and you learn new skills, over time, these are all just going to add up. And not only is it going to make you just such a better entrepreneur, it's going to obviously massively improve your Etsy business. And, you know, it's super important to just keep putting the time in and keep working hard, because you'll be very surprised how lucky you end up getting when you just continue to work hard. And guys, if you want to know my personal highest return on investment tips that you could possibly make on Etsy to improve your sales literally immediately, then I recommend you to check out this video here. I think it's going to really help you. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching. Take good care of yourself, and I'll catch you on the next one.